All right, perfect. So let's get into it. Let's dig in. Social media. Again, if you want your social media to go to the next level, go ahead and hashtag or type in social media if you haven't already. Social media. Whatever is your streaming line, if it's on Zoom, hashtag social media, IG Live, hashtag social media. About to get into this training, honestly. Let's do it now without further ado. All right, so it's not like a dartboard, guys, right? It's not like a dartboard. You need to only make 2 decisions for yourself in order for you to be successful with this. Right? 2 decisions. Someone type 2 decisions. Somebody type 2 decisions. Right? 2 decisions. The first, you need to commit that your business is worthy of the effort, because it's going to take efforts, right? You need to commit that one, your business is worthy, right? Your business is worthy, right? For us, I'll put a plane out there, right? For Instagram, if you're networking, right? Networking is worthy. I don't know where else you could find people. Doesn't matter what background, it doesn't matter what you do, you can make millions of dollars, right? We talk about the athlete, we talk about the rapper, the artist. What about the entrepreneur, right? We've seen what Amway has done. We've seen what other things have done. But again, you need to find out that what you're doing, your business is worthy, right? I'm proud of what I do. I help people. I can impact people and help change their lives for the better. Literally, people, this is a solution. One, I don't need to sell anything. This is a solution. And again, we find solutions for people. So whatever it is, make sure that you're taking pride in your business, right? That you're thinking that, this is worthy of what I'm doing. This is a just cause. This is, again, something that you're going to want to get behind. Number 2, that social media is worthy of your time and effort. Because again, it is going to take a while. It's going to be annoying. But again, you have to have that in mind that you're going to have to be consistent regardless. You want to have that in mind that consistency is what's going to pay your bills. You're going to have that in mind that the consistency is going to literally take you from where you want to get to where you're at. The consistency will bridge your gap, right? This is why we're live, so that you can see this, because a lot of times we have our goals up here. And what happens is with your goals up here, you cannot be operating down here on a vibe. You need to be operating at the same level, and the consistency will bridge the gap to get you where you want to get to, right? But of course, there's a little bit more to the gaps. You know, I talked about it. If you're watching on IG Live, you don't want to go back and watch my, my growth series, but it's not about that, right? It's not about that. What it is about, though, is knowing that social media is going to take time and effort. And once you make those 2 decisions, that your business is worthy and that social media is worthy, you will be set to now run this race, to literally go ahead and run your business up, run these numbers up, and do what it takes to get to where you want to get. All right? All right. So this brand of social media, I'm not telling you to be spammy. Right, that is the opposite of what we're going for. We're not telling you to put any shallow posts out, nothing embarrassing that's going to embarrass you, right? If you can overcome your fears of talking to strangers, or for fearing that the market is oversaturated, or the fear that, hold on, give me 1 second. Or the fear, right, that the market is oversaturated. Like, if you could overcome those fears, right, you will literally see that, again, there's more than enough for you. There is nothing to be worried about, literally. And you're going to want to take your skills online and offline, and they will apply the same way, right? You're going to be a great person online like you are offline. Don't get me wrong, right? There does need to be a balance, and you need to know when to use both. So let's get into it. When we're talking about social media, I'm on Instagram. I know that's where a lot of my target market is. You need to identify where your target market is, and first focus on 1, max 2 social media platforms. Don't be trying to go across all platforms and just, like, again, it's not a dartboard. You're not just hoping to hit the bullseye. You want to be precise. You're going to want to attract what you want, right? You're going to want to, 1, know where your target audience is. And if you don't, who are you speaking to? That's what you have to ask yourself. And the more that you can define who your target audience is the better that you will attract. Those who know me know that, again, I like to fish, right? But when you ask people, again, you'd say, what are you fishing for? All right, we got Chrissy in the waiting room. Could somebody admit her? We live on Zoom on one of the co-hosts. Thank you, thank you. Guys, please keep an eye out. Please keep an eye out. Right? So literally, people ask you while I'm fishing, what are you fishing for? You just can't have one bait that fishes for everything. You need to define what you're going for so that you can know how to speak that language and talk to those people specifically. And it's literally an antithesis to say that, a lot of times you think, we need to cast a general net and that will be the best. No, the more and more you can niche down who you're speaking to is the better your results will be. Right? The better your results will be. And you're going to want to narrow it down, and we'll give you specific examples on how you could do that, right? We'll give you specific examples. So if you're ready for the next step, just say next step. If you're ready for the next step, say next step. Whether you're on IG, whether you are on Zoom, if you're ready for the next step, say next step. All right, we got some next steps jumping in. So the next step now is learning the difference in between marketing versus prospecting. Marketing versus prospecting, right? Do we know the difference, right? If you know the difference, type a 1 in the chat, type some 1s. If you don't, type some 2s. I'm gonna tell you anyways. Not gonna put anybody on the spot, or we're gonna get into it, but you need to know the difference, right? They're very different, but you have to do both, right? So the marketing is literally something that happens past time, like commercials, like literally, or infomercials. Again, I always say one of my favorite places, people know me because I used to make masks and child furnitures and things like that. I'll go to Fabric Land. If you're on Zoom or if you're on IG, finish that jingle. Finish that jingle. Fabric Land. And there's only one way to finish that jingle. If you know it. I don't know if you got some real ones. Can't really sing either. Watch my voice. Man said it. There you go. Fabric Land. Like they built that up, and it happens passively, right? It happens passively. That's marketing. You're gonna put yourself out there passively, waiting for people to reach out to you, right? They're gonna be inquiring. How you're gonna do that is by providing value. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna provide value without looking for anything. That's where a majority of your posts are gonna be. However, though, like I said, we need to do both. We always need to do both every day, right? If you really want to grow your business. Right? We need to market, yes, but we also need to prospect, like actively reach out to people, but you're not reaching out for the sale. What you're reaching out to do is to create connections. So if you're on this call, go ahead and type in create connections. We're here to create connections, right? And you're gonna want to find long, deep, lasting connections, and they start off with a small conversation, right? That's why we're not telling you to be spread out. We're telling you to literally be on one, max 2 sites and build solid connections, right? Solid connections will win the day, right? Solid connections. So again, if you're ready to do both, go ahead and type both. We're going to talk about how you're going to do it. But now if you're ready to do both, marketing and prospecting, go ahead and do both, right? Because it doesn't matter whether, again, you're a network marketer, you need to prospect people, or you're doing B2B sales, you need to prospect other businesses, or you're doing, doesn't matter what it is. Like as a hustler, as an entrepreneur, like I sell callaloo. I'm about to get my callaloo patties. When I'm ready to get those patties, again, I'm selling direct to consumers, but I'm also going to be prospecting stores. Can I get this in your store? Shout out my guy, Ron. I don't know if he's on this call, but I know he got his CMOS, right? Sabian CMOS, shout out Money Club member, More Than Just Trading, right? He got that in, in Westwood Mall, right? Again, you have to prospect. Go ahead and find where you could get your product out there. Go ahead and find new buyers, potential buyers. And if they're not a buyer today, form that connection. Figure out how to do business. Figure out how you could integrate. Figure out how you could be a part of it, how you could play a role, how you could provide a solution. Just don't try to sell anything. Be a solution. But again, how you know that is by forming connection. Is literally by listening. You have 2 ears for a reason. You may as well use it, right? We need to listen so that you can find that connection, right? Because literally people do business. Guys, write this down. If you're taking notes, you should be taking notes. Write this down. People do business with those who they know, like, and trust. People do business with those who they know, like, and trust. All right, I'll say it again. People do business with those who they know, those who they like, and those who they trust. Right? People do business with those who they know, like, and trust. Make sure you write that down, bold it, underline it, because that is essential. So that's all we're looking for. While you're building connections, they first need to know who you are. What is it that you do? Right? But more so than that, figure out what they do. Figure out who they are as a person. Then figure out how ways what you have in common so that you guys could form that, that connection. Oh, I actually like this person. We have similar lines. Like whether we're talking about sports, it could be, we like the same sports team, or we could be talking about anything, like whatever it is that you could connect on, find that like factor. And then as you're starting to, have your own opinions and they're solidified, and, you can now provide knowledge and give value after someone likes you. If someone that you like is giving value in an area that you don't really know, or they know a little bit more about you, that's how trust is built. Because you know that, okay, you already like this person, you know this person, and they're talking about something you don't really know much about, I'm going to listen. And you're building up that authority factor. And the longer you're speaking about it, is the more the trust grows. And then as that is built, that is literally how you're going to establish that momentum in your business, right? If you want to establish momentum, type in momentum in the chat. Type in momentum. If you're on IG Live, hashtag momentum. Hashtag momentum. Go ahead and type it in, momentum. That's how you're going to build it up. Building those key characteristics, knowing, liking, and trust, right? And how are you going to do it through the marketing side? Again, is through positive attention, right? Just don't put out anything on social media. Make sure it's positive, right? So, because positive attention and positive connections will produce what kind of results? Let me see if y'all on the same wavelength, right? Have y'all been paying attention? Positive connections, positive attention, right? Because you're doing both marketing and prospecting. Positive attention and positive connection will produce what kind of results, guys? What kind of results does it produce? Go ahead, I'm gonna need some water. Y'all can figure it out. Somebody says plus, someone says positive results, positive results. Positive connections, positive attention will equal positive results, right? And no, you do not have to be a brand. You do not have to be a brand. All you have to be is you, right? All you have to be is you, right? All you have to do is being you, building up that know, like, and trust factor is by providing value and being consistent. Like that's what we're talking about, right? Provide value and be consistent. Because the longer you do that, it's like, you're storing up that reservoir, storing up that reservoir, storing up that reservoir. And then now it's like, boom, everything's flowing. You realize, boom, the tide is high and all the ships are floating. And you realize, boom, my business is flowing. There's money being attracted to me and everything's snowballing. And yes, this is what I've been working for. This is why I made those 2 decisions we talked about, right? Let me see anybody who's been following, taking notes. Type in the 2 decisions. Type in the 2 decisions while I'm talking. I'll wait, give you a second. Type in the 2 decisions. Who has been following? Type it for those who haven't. All right, I'm gonna continue. Provide value and consistency, right? Whatever your company is, don't let that be your brand. You are your brand. There's a reason why they call it YouTube. There's a reason why they call it Facebook. Like, think about it, guys. Put your face out there. People like connecting with those who they know, like, and trust. If they don't feel like they know you, if you're a real person, if you're just spamming, if you're just fishing, right? And I'm not talking fishing with the regular fishing like what I do. I'm talking fishing with the pH. If you're just doing that, like, that's kind of like a tech term. But anyways, it's not gonna come off well with this style of social media development, right? But people will do business with who they know, like, and trust. So be your own brand. Be your own brand. Well, not be your own brand, but you are your brand. You are your brand. You don't have to have like a name, quote unquote. You don't have to be No Money Club. You don't have to be whatever it is. You are your brand, right? So again, help people find solutions and give value without directly talking about your brand, right? Without talking directly about your company. Just be you, give value, provide solutions. And you might think, when's the right time? But let me tell you, the farmer who waits for the right day never plants. Just start. It doesn't matter how much you know or how little you know. Literally just share it. If you read a book, if you read a paragraph and you found something that, I really like this. Instead of reading out loud, you could just go live and say, guys, this is a paragraph I really liked. It resonated with me. Wow. It's not hard. You don't have to create this new material every day. You could literally reference and sort things, and source things, source. Like, there's a reason why our school teaches us to cite our references, to use again, we're not trying to, again, be that person that thinks up new creative things. That's how people fall in ruts. That's how people wait. That's how people procrastinate. That does not have to be you. You could use things and be re-inspired by it. I know it's Sunday, but shout out to Kurt Franklin. You know, like, he literally remixed so much old songs and made bangers. Bangers, right? He just remixed them. Like, literally, guys, you could use other things and resource them to your own advantage. Like, again, for those who follow me, right? If you're on IG, you probably follow me. If you don't, you might as well hit that follow button. If you're on Zoom, it's at Emperor Swift. Right now, I'm doing a series on growth, right? I'm doing a series on growth. And what I'm doing is not, again, it's my own take on John C. Maxwell's book. And that's content for the next 15 weeks because we're diving into one chapter a week, right? Just think about that. That's not my own doing. I'm literally drawing stuff right from the book. And I said it's coming from the book. Who's going to have a problem with it? It's my take, right? It's my take. So just think about that, guys. Like, literally, right? Where were we here? I think you scrolled up a little bit too hard. So just start. You don't have to wait. Just provide what you know and share what you know, right? Provide what you know, share what you know, and give that value, right? So just give that value. You're just going to start. If you're going to start, type in just start, because we are at the perfect time. We're at the end of money made. And if you're trading with us, guys, I'm going to put it out there. I trade. Yes, I do market. I network market. You might see that and think that's all I do. But boy, if you saw the moves on the market, Mr. XRP just stepped into the building, boy. Don't let this trading session tonight miss you. Now, if you've seen these moves on the market, you would be laughing too, because we trade the markets up and down, right? Up and down, on the rise and the fall. But think about this now. You can just start with whatever value you can begin. It's June 1st that's coming up. Just start. Just start. The family got you. And if you don't got a family, the family's welcoming you here with open arms, right? Just start. Literally just start. So here's how you're going to get started, right? If you're ready to get started, say get started. If you're ready to get started, say get started. If you're ready to get started, say get started. Right? Setting up your profile the right way. We're going to be talking about setting up your profile the right way. 1, don't jeopardize your job. Don't put anything out there that you know you're doing something outside of your scope of practice, right? Don't do that, please. Just be real, just be you. We talked about just being you. And 2, set up your profile to build business and to create desire for others to work with you. You want others to say, that's intriguing. You want them to ask a question and for them to reach out to you, right? You want them to reach out to you. You want to give them some direction. You want to have that. So make sure, 1, you don't jeopardize your job. But 2, just make sure you're looking, again, it's very simple. People get to the point, it knows what it is. Again, there's no one way to do it. You can have it long, you can have it detailed. You can just make sure that it's attractive to your target audience, right? We're going to talk about defining it in a second, but make sure it's attractive to your target audience. Make sure your profile is attractive to your target audience. Because again, if you're fortunate enough and if you follow these steps, you won't have to just use fortune, because you'll have a strategy, which is why, again, I do love our academy, because again, we provide strategies in these markets. It's not no guesswork. Well, y'all can guess, it's our YouTube academy. But anyways, literally, these strategies are going to allow you to go viral, and people are going to come to your profile, so they need to know how to get in touch with you. So your profile does not need to be spammy. Don't put anything out there that's like just regular. Let people see that you are you. Let people see that, again, this is who you are. You're a real person No like and trust. Remember, no like and trust. No like and trust. They need to know who you are, like you, and then the trust will be built like adding water to the bucket, right? So number one, first impression. You can control this. You can control first impressions based on assumptions. Make sure your profile is visually appealing. Make sure your profile is visually appealing, right? If you're on Facebook or if you're on Twitter or one of those that allow you to have a profile picture and a banner, make sure that banner, again, that profile picture should be you, not your dog, not your kids. Make sure it's you, because the people are doing business with you. You don't want that to be associated with who you're not, right? Make sure it's associated with you. Your banner, if you can provide other things, then you're going to say, okay, what do you like? What do you enjoy? Again, not your brand now. What do you enjoy? If you like playing chess, if you like reading books, if you like doing that, post a book in there in your banner. Post whatever it is that you enjoy, right? If you're a Jamaica patriot, you're gonna put down Jamaica or whatever thing. Like if you like Manchester, you're gonna put that, like whatever it is. But more importantly, you could put a picture of you doing that thing. If you like chess, do that. If you like fishing, put you in the background doing that thing. So again, people know, like, and trust. Talking to your target audience. Those people say, yo, you fish? Like, yo, I always wanted to go. Watch when that fishing academy comes out. Boy, tell you, once you learn a skill, yeah, that's a different scope. We're gonna stay on top. All right, so first impressions. Again, make sure your banner is something that visually represents who you are and what you do. All right. Make sure it has your face there. You already said that. Again, this is something that does come to preference. This book, I typed it how it is. Don't post alcohol, don't post drugs in there. Again, it's up to you at your own discretion. You know your target audience. But again, this is a business. So again, you have to be professional in how you put yourself out there, because again, first impressions, you want it to be clean for this style of market. If you don't care, that's on you, that's outside of the scope, and I'll focus on that. Make sure it's clean, right? And again, make sure you say who you are and why they should stick around. What could you provide for them? Why should they hit that follow button? Because you follow them? Why should they want to follow you? Why? Right? Say that in your bio somewhere. Say that in your description, in your profile. Right? Think of specific ways you can help people. Think of specific ways that you can help people and make sure that you would follow you. Think of specific ways that you would help people when you're defining it. I help people do this. I help people escape their 9 to 5. I help people earn extra income while working 9 to 5. I help people solve hair problems. I help people find whatever it is that you help people do, right? Put that in there. Whatever it is that you help people do, and why should they, sorry. And yeah, why and would you follow you? Sorry, would you follow you? Orientation thing gets me a little bit messed up, but it's all good. None's gonna stop this. The more specific and detailed you are is the best. We already said that, right? But the more specific and detailed way you can help that person is even better, right? The more specific and detailed way you can help that person is even better. So think about this. I help people do this and that by doing this. I help people do this and that by doing that. You want to define it as much as possible so people know right off the bat what it is. Know, like, trust, right? We're building on the same principles, the same foundations. Know, like, and trust. That's all we're building up here. There's know, like, and trust. All right. So think about this. Here's a specific example. A nutrition expert versus a nutrition expert that helps people lose weight with an easy regimen that actually tastes good. Which one sounds more appealing to you? Number one or number two? Go ahead and type that in the chat. I'll wait. Need some water in. Number one or two? I'll read it a little bit slower so you can type it or write it verbatim. Excuse me. A nutrition expert that says, wherever you, here we go. A nutrition expert that says, There it is. Nutrition expert that helps people lose weight with an easy regimen that actually tastes good. A nutrition expert that helps people lose weight with an easy regimen that actually tastes good. How many degrees of definition did they get into? A nutrition expert that helps people lose weight, that's 1, with an easy regimen, 2, that actually tastes good, 3, right? And that actually tastes good. Because you know though that's overcoming 3 objections already, right? Yes, I'm helping you lose weight. It's going to be easy for you and it tastes good. Any other questions? You already answered those 3. I like that. No, like, and trust, guys. No, like, and trust. No, like, and trust. Avoid generic labels and generic titles. It just says that you don't care, right? It's being generic, it says that, I'm just going to play the numbers. This is not this style of marketing. This is not this style of social media. And do not put your company, again, if this is for social network marketing here. If you're a network marketer, do not put your company, do not put your product name on your page, because people will Google it. And there's no reason why, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, you want people to ask you the questions. You want them to come to ask you. If they can do the research themselves, they'll get quicker replies by just, let me just figure it out. I'll just, figure it out. But again, that's fine. That's how you make that first impression. You want them to just come to you. We're still talking about first impressions, right? As you're giving value, you're still going to be talking about it. But again, we're talking about first impressions, right? That is a no-no. Do not put that company page right there so people get to it and not talk to you. We want them to, we're striving for, not automatic signups or not automatic sales here. What we're striving for is conversation. What we're striving for is just that spark. Again, and then we're going to have that funnel to kind of go in and create that experience, right? That's all we're really trying to do, create that experience and pre-framing people so that when they do get in, they don't have buyer's remorse. Right? Because we've all had that before. You buy something and then you leave and it's like, I didn't really need that. Or you kind of try those, but I really, you don't want that. And how you kind of get around that is by pre-framing it before it even happens. Right? You're going to want to pre-frame. Right? And we'll get into that, guys. We'll get into that. But again, you're going to want to pre-frame to avoid all that. So when it comes to it, you can have that conversation and just go ahead from there. Right? Give me a second. Let me turn off this orientation. Auto rotate off. Right, should be good to go from here on. All right. Let's figure out where we are. All right. Contrary to popular belief, this is not an ocean full of fish. You're not trying to reach everyone. What you're trying to do is be specific and unique to your own personality. And use that to your advantage. Be specific and unique with your own personality and use that to your advantage, right? Look how many times I kind of did little breaks just to buy myself time as I'm looking through things, as I'm sipping water. Use your personality to your own advantage. There's a reason why I'm doing this live training live. There's a reason why I'm doing this training again in front of you guys, because know, like, and trust. I'm recording right now on Instagram Live. Same thing. Again, we're providing value without any, I'm not looking for anything out of this. Again, this is just how you're going to grow your social media. So you're getting free gems here. If you haven't sent this live out, you should already be sending your lives out, tag your people, get them on this. Boy, this is going to be a powerful training. All right. So commit to delivering value posts now. Commit to delivering value posts now. Let's say that one more time. Commit to delivering value posts now, right? So you're going to be posting value. Make sure it's always value. Whatever it is per day or per week, it does not matter. Again, just make sure you provide that value. Don't have any expectations just yet, or any links, or any mentions of companies, no gimmicks, only value that your target audience will enjoy. Again, we're building up know, like, and trust, right? You don't have to make it public how often you will do this. Like, again, you don't have to say, I'm going to post once every time at noon. If you want to, that's fine. Like I said, I have my, my growth talks at 12 p.m., 12:30, sorry, in the afternoon every day. But, like, you don't have to do it that day. You just post value. And it doesn't matter how many times a week, just be consistent. If you're starting off, just start again, but just be consistent. Make a plan and just be consistent, right? Now I'm going to talk about, again, as you're delivering this value, as you're being consistent, literally, you're building up that know, like, and trust factor even more so to the point where now we're going to be talking about posts for profits, right? What does that mean? Posts for profits. Yes, it will take time. Yes, it'll be strategic, right? But it's a myth, right? That it's not just a funnel, right? You're not just using it just as a funnel, but you want people to say that, this person's actually interested and I can reach out to them. And they're actually a real person. That's what you're going for here, is that you're actually connecting, right? This is the passive side of it. Yes, we talked about the passive side versus the actual connecting side. We're talking about the passive side, how you're going to post your value passively and people will reach out to you as you're filling up their cup, right? They'll let you know, okay, yeah, I'm ready, right? Because you're literally filling up their cup with the value. You're pouring into them value, 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 value. There's only so long until their cup is filled, right? So continue doing this, right? So just think about that. Your posts are profits. Don't think as they celebrate that, you're posting and you're making it as wins, because most people, don't get me wrong, they start and stop. So you need to find a way that you could combat this for yourself. Now, when you get out, that you can make a plan. Like, I feel good that I went live all 5 days last week, right? I'm about to do it again, right? And marathon continues, TMC, right? I felt good about that. I'm celebrating that as a win. And I've been talking about how day 2, I had an excuse, and day 3, I had an excuse not to do it. But celebrate those as wins. You want to treat it that every post I'm doing, right? We already talked about the 2 decisions that, our 2 decisions are, this worthy and social media is worthy. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to post. It's money to me, but you're not asking for money. You're not asking for anything, just value. Like you said, no links, no gimmicks, no mentions, no expectations, nothing, just value. All right. Here are 5 types of posts. 5 types of posts how you can post these value posts. Right? 5 types of posts. Right? 5 types of posts. If you're ready for 5 types, type in 5 types of posts. Sorry, just type in 5 types. I think 5 types of posts will be too long. Just 5 types. If you're ready for all 5, just say 5 types. Right? Because you're answering these questions as you're typing this in. These are the questions you're answering in these posts. Right? It's content. It's going to be relevant. Yes. You're answering solutions to a problem, not just the problem. Solutions. Okay. You're saying what's in it for the person. All right. You're also thinking to yourself, keep typing in 5 types, guys. Keep typing in 5 types. The value are in the post because you're not pitching here. Because you're not pitching. So here are the 5 types. Number 1, intro question. Right? There's call to actions. Yes, you're gonna have that. So we'll literally get to that first. Right? That is a type of post here where yes, you're gonna have value. You're gonna be trying to, again, call to action. But here's your call to action again, because it's not a link. And I'll read the specific example. Here it is. Hi, my name is Jessica. Hey, my name is Jessica. I don't say last name, but do you ever wonder what in the world I should be posting? Well, today I'm going to show you 5 types of posts that you could share throughout your day, and I'm going to be giving you the exact formula for those and do the video training, then close by saying, if you love this video, feel free to reach out to me and message me directly through my inbox, and I check each and every single one personally. So I know I kind of read that choppy. Let me kind of read it again. Hi, my name is Jessica. Do you ever wonder, again, what in the world I should be posting? Today, I'm going to be showing you 5 types of posts that you could share throughout your day. And I'm going to be giving you the exact formula for those. And then you do the video training, right? You do the video training, you share those 5 posts, and then you close by saying, if you love those video trainings, or if you love whatever it is, feel free to message me, feel free to reach out. You can message me directly, and I check each and every single one personally, right? We can have a conversation, right? If you like the videos, right? And if you love this video, feel free to reach out to me. Check each one individually. Telling you check it personally is powerful, right? Knowing that, again, it's not just something that's spam. You're giving value. And yes, we all know people are busy, but again, telling that, check it personally as you grow in followers, as you grow in numbers, it is super powerful, guys. It builds a great rapport. The second type of post, if you're ready for number two, type some tools, whether you're on IG or Zoom, type some tools, right? Type some tools. Type some tools. Type some tools. There we go. A recognition post, right? Tell a story, some kind of social proof of your impact, more so, even more than that. Well, you can say again, here's for the network marketer. Congratulations to Fred. He, who is an earner, he just earned an extra $7,200 digitally, and he's a teacher who wanted to spend more time at home with his family. Now he's working from home and has secured extra income to help support his family. I'm so proud of this amazing man. And if you're curious of how Fred do it, feel free to private message. Right, you're just giving recognition. Literally just saying congratulations. Whether, again, if you have a business, you're shouting out this person that came into you, you got them ready for a haircut. But what event? Why did you get them ready for the haircut? How did that impact their life? How did you make a difference for them? If you're talking about, I don't know, give me another business. Let's make this more interactive. What do people say? What businesses would you want to run on social media? Because me, I even did college, right? I could say congratulations to this person who, they're starting off this journey when they're trying to eat healthier. They're trying to follow more of Dr. Sabi's things. And you're going to celebrate that because, again, maybe they weren't even aware to it before, right? You're going to want to connect people and build, again, that know, like, and trust factor. Know, like, and trust, right? Know, like, and trust. Providing social proof is the number one way to reach people, right? Because we all love reviews. Don't have a call to action very strong. Let it be very subtle that they can reach out to you to know more, but don't make this like a clickable link. Don't make this like more info on a product or a website. Just make them curious so that they can reach out to you. Don't be overt or it will smell like spam. And it won't be delivered and it won't be believed, sorry. It's best done sprinkled here and there, and it diminishes as you use it more often. So use it sparingly. Sparse, or I don't know how people pronounce that. Sparingly, we'll say that. Next, number three. If you're ready for number three, type 3. Because I don't want to go faster than you guys could write. If you're ready for number 3, type 3. If you're not ready, I'll give you some more time. If you need me to repeat anything, say repeat. This video is recording, I guess you can watch it later. But go ahead and say something quick while I'm still feeling generous. All right. So I think you saw some number 3s. Next up is the story post. Tell a story. So our story post, we're telling a story that someone else, this could be someone else's, or yours, and it ends with a call to action to message you for more information. Here you can post a link though. Be vulnerable, share your struggles. There's power in attention and then grabbing attention. Again, these live events, you can say, a live event changed my life. The more vulnerable and the more you could share about your struggles and how you actually made that change is the more you could build know, like, and trust, right? That's all we're striving for here, guys. Know, like, and trust, right? So let's say you started off something like, something that really grabs somebody's attention, right? You start off with an inquiry question. Can a live event change your life? Would you read the rest of the headline? Can something change my life? And with a fire post, something that looks great and values a picture of you. What if I told you my life changed in the next X amount of time? What if I told you this? What if I, right? That's when you're gonna ask that question and then tell the story on how your life changed or how their life changed or so on. Right? It could be your mentor, it could be somebody on social media, it could be Robert Kiyosaki, it could be your son or niece or nephew. It doesn't have to be like, again, just tell the story on how the value is there and tied into what you're speaking about. All right. Again, like I just said, that doesn't have to be about you. Just literally tell the story. And again, they gave a little example. I remember, here's the live example that they wrote. I remember feeling like rolling in a ball and crying because I was not having any success doing what I'm doing now. So I'm doing what I was doing, but I didn't give up. And a couple weeks after that, I found my first leader. And when things started rolling, here's how my leader helped me. And here's how it helped me find the first leader. You're going to kind of tell the story on, like, you had your struggles, but this is how I overcame it. You're not just talking about a problem, you're talking about solutions. You're talking about how you guys can move together and literally, again, provide that solution, right? You have an infinite amount of stories to tell. Because like I said, you could literally reference anybody's story. I tell stories all the time about Ben Franklin or about, George Washington Carver, Elijah Graham Bell. I tell stories about, Henry Ford, like all the guys, like literally, like not even all the guys. Like I tell stories about everybody, females included. Like it doesn't matter what, like it's literally everybody. You can tell stories about anything. It doesn't matter about anyone. You just need to know the story and how it applies, right? Because we're all talking about giving value, right? This is the 5 value points, right? Number 4, right? If you're still typing, if you're ready, type number 4. Type 4 in the chat. Type some 4s for me. Type some 4s for me. Go ahead, type some 4s. All right. Number 4 is engagement posts. Engagement posts. This could be a funny photo, like caption this, fill in the blank. What's your favorite food? Your favorite anything, like, or like literally, like do trivia. Anything to get people to know you better, or like you better, trust you better, literally. And then let me tell you this, like as you're doing these value posts, literally, you're seeing this over and over, but you're building either 2 out of the 3 on every single post, right? And out of know, like, and trust, every single post should at least have 2 of those factors. You're building 2 of those factors. You're building people to know you better and trust you better, or know you better and like you better, whatever the case may be, right? So your engagement posts, something funny, get people to start interacting on your posts, right? And then lastly is the call to action, right? Did we mention that first? Oh, that was intro question, content, call to action, right? That's an intro question, right? Intro question was number 1, recognition post number 2, story post was number 3, engagement post number 4, and here's now your call to action. This is where you are actively giving a pitch, right? It's done less often, and it's okay to get straight to the point because it's obvious that you're pitching. Let's be real, it's obvious. So let's get the elephant out of the room. We're not trying to double dabble. You've been giving all the value. Now it's time to close. Now it's time to go ahead and get it out there, right? Get right down to it. Let people know exactly what you are offering and let them know what they need to do to get it. Whether it's register for a free Zoom link or a free content article, whatever it is, it's an engagement plus a call to action. Engagement plus call to action. So engage them. Like, if you liked out this post, if you're interested, whatever it is, here's how you're going to go to it. And you'll do that and go right back to giving more value, right back to more value. And then again, you're going to add in another one of those where you're overtly, literally just doing a call to action right there for it. Here's another example. If you want to learn how to, right, send me a message and I'll send a report. And if you want to lose 5 pounds by the end of this time next week, these are the steps that I will do. Click the link to learn what it is. If you want to do this, click the link to learn more. If you want to do what it is, click the link. Again, you still want them to kind of search for it, but here's where the link comes. But again, the reason why they're going to do it now is because you built up that know, like, and trust. You're filling up your cup, right? Be authentic and be vulnerable. The more value, the better your call to action will be. Like I said, the more value, the more your call to action will be. So it will take time, but we already made these 2 decisions that your job, your profession is worth it, and that social media is worth it, right? So give the content, give the value, and your call to actions will get better and better and better. So even if you say call to action and 100 people see there's only 1, takes that call to action, again, next time it'll be 3, next time it'll be more, and then so on and so on as you give more value. You just haven't filled their cup up yet. Don't be pushy, solve problems. Pull people towards you by doing this, by solving problems, right? Don't be pushy, pull people towards you by solving problems. right? But only do this 10% of the time. Like we said, very stern, only do this 10% of the time. All right, we're only doing this 10% of the time. All right, so we're heading into that next topic. Give you guys a few seconds. Let me sip on some water. If you're ready for the next topic, say next topic. Ready for the topic, say next topic. Oh, wait. I guess y'all ain't ready. It's all good. There's a lot of value. Probably still ready. Say next topic if you're ready, so we can continue our training. Say next topic. All right, let's get it. So we're talking now about consistency and congruency. Consistency and congruency. Consistency and congruency. So one, consistency. A minimum of 1 to 2 posts a day. Consistency will win your day. A minimum of 1 to 2 posts a day, because consistency will win your day, right? And again, here it says 1 to 2. And if you need to kind of work your way up to it, that's fine, just start. But have that idea that you want to at least get there. Have that idea with that in mind. You want to have that target set in mind, even though, yes, you won't win a major entry, but you have your take profit in mind. You want to know the direction where you want to go to. So make a plan to say, okay, if I can't do 1 to 2 a day, if I only can do one every other day, that's fine. If I only can do once, every 2 days to 3 days, that's fine. But again, you want to treat this like working out. And if you're not working out, literally, if you're missing like 3 days in a row, like, come on. You're not really serious about your workouts if you're really just skipping it, right? But again, just do what's good for you, how you want to treat it. Because again, if you never worked out before, one workout's fine, but you got to at least hit up something within the next 3 days or something. Post a story, post a post, and do a live, something. Don't let it, because again, you want to strike while the iron's hot. And congruency. Do not switch topics. If you're talking about a topic, again, continue building on it. Don't just say, you're doing one thing another day, you're talking about X and then it's Z the other day. I had that problem before where, I was talking about, Forex and talking about, investing. And then out of nowhere, I just went like, sorry, guys, if you want to learn how to build your business and everything, not really build your business, if you want to get into your e-com sphere, that's great. Very few trusted me with that. And, they're seeing growth in their business, of course, because I've been studying it. But I had to build more value before I kind of made that transition over. That kind of confused people because the value I was building, I was posting trade results, I was posting morning session calls, I was posting all kinds of trade stuff like that, and a lot of left. Oh, he's doing this now. Don't do that. I said, no, I didn't know, but you have the benefit now that you can learn from this. So that's what's being congruent about. Stick to your topic, stick to your target audience, stick to how you can help people, right? That's why we define these things initially, so that you can stick to it. Plan your posts revolving around the central theme or topic, because people will see you as the go-to person and you will help them. Again, because you're filling up your cup. You're filling up your cup. You're filling up your cup. Right? Everybody wants to know what works best. But anything well, if you do it well and consistent, right? So it's not about what's going to work the best, just be consistent on it. Be consistent on it. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what's the best topic. If you're consistent, right? And you're doing it well at a high efficiency rate, right? You're being consistent and you're consistent at being consistent. Then again, you're going to get those results. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, just talk about it. Be genuine and it will be perfect for you. Don't worry about being somebody that you're not. Be you, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're putting on a facade, you're going to get tired and you're not going to feel it. That's why social media seems hard for some people, because it's like you're trying to create something that you're not. You don't got to do that. You don't got to be the brand. We talked about that. Be you. If you're going to be you, type in be you. If you're going to be you, type in be you. Right? Type in be you. Type in be you. Make sure that you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't let any inappropriate posts ruin that image that you created. Right? And again, it all comes to degrees. Again, if you're posting certain things and that's your target audience, that's your target audience, right? But again, don't wreck yourself. Don't post inappropriate things because again, literally one misstep could ruin a body of work. Because it's like, again, you're filling up that bucket, but again, you put one hole in a bucket, how much water can you now carry in that? How much water can you carry in a bucket with a hole in it? Old Jamaica saying can't carry water in a basket, right? Don't do it for the attention because again, if you're just doing it for the attention, you will attract the wrong kind of attention. That's why we said positive attention and positive connection. When you connect with people will produce positive results. Positive connection and positive attention will produce results, right? People will watch you from afar. This is our marketing side. Again, we talked that marketing is passive, right? We said marketing is passive, right? And make sure that you preview every post. Preview every post and make sure you ask yourself this question in your mind, right? Ask yourself this question. Would you want to work with you? Would you want to follow you? Right? You don't want to write people off, right? Don't complain, just be real, just be you. Make sure that you would follow you and that you would want to work with you. You won't have any problem. You don't need to be polished and professional, just be real and accessible. That's a bar right there. Like, oh, that's how they present this. You don't need to be polished and professional, be real and accessible. You don't need to be polished and professional, be real and accessible. You want it to be that, okay, if you're this polished professional, man, this guy's because he's already made, he's already has this. People have self-limiting beliefs. You want them to feel like anybody could do this. You want it to feel like even anyone could do it. Like, literally, it doesn't matter, again, because the further you go, that's how people feel like they have this because of that. They have this because of whatever it is. They start to make those things. You want to kind of bridge that gap by being real and accessible, that anybody could do it, any normal person. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be, you don't have to be anything. You could be whatever it is that you want to be and still do this. You could do this and fit around your schedule. That's the kind of value that you're going to want to provide. That anybody could do this. And that only comes across by being real and accessible, not that polished professional person. And don't get me wrong, that will attract, certain people, some high level people, and that's fine, right? But again, this is for beginners. This is for the average person. This is what's duplicatable, right? And you don't have to be that polished person. That's why people have that gap, why they just wait. They don't take that action. Just be you, right? We saw those people type in be you, right? And again, you don't need to, I just said that. Acknowledge your challenges. Yes, you're going to acknowledge challenges. We all face them. This is, again, be real and accessible. Here's being real. But don't come from an area of self-pity. Few people respond well to that. But inspire others. Hey, I'm going through this right now. And I want everyone to know that if there's anyone out there that's going through the same thing, you can do this. It's all right. It's going to be okay. We can do this together. Look how much value there is. I'm going through whatever it is I'm going through right now, right? And I want everyone out there to know that if there's anyone else going through the same thing, we can do this. It's all right. We're going to be okay. We can do this together. That's way better than self-pity that, I'm just going through right now. It's tough. I'm going to make it. No, guys, let's do this together. We're going to make it. All positivity, all light. That's the kind of vibe, right? And again, video is king here. Video is king because, again, that's going to allow people to know, like, and trust you even better, allowing them to see you, see your face, see your mannerisms, see how you act, how you respond, who you are, right? That's how you're going to build that. Video is king, all right? You don't have to use it, but you don't have to use video, but compare that to using a push lawnmower versus like a tractor lawnmower. If you want to push it, why don't you? That's not me. But anyways, Utilize your live videos. And here's a 4-step video formula. If you're ready for the 4-step video formula, type in 4 steps. Somebody say 4-step. Somebody say 4-step. Somebody say 4-step. Man, do you want to hear the 4-step process?
Yeah.
Come on, you want to hear the 4-step? Everybody wants to hear the 4 steps. So let's get this 4-step going on. Number 1. Right? Again, this is going to be more the same thing. Intro question, call to action. Intro question, content, call to action. That's number 1. Intro question, content, call to action. Number 1. The intro must be effective. Saying, hi, my name is blank. If you're doing network marketing, don't say your rank. Don't say how much money you made or what you're worth. This is not a resume. This is not a resume. Tell people who you are as a person. And repetition is key, so say it every time. Because the new people are going to there, but again, you're filling up water. You're filling up water. You want people to know the name. For it to become a household name, you have to keep saying it. Repetition. Repetition. Say your name every time. Introduce yourself. Number 2 is the question. It gives the person a reason to keep watching. A benefit-driven question. Benefits. We all love benefits, right? Whether it be at work or work. Yeah. A question pertaining to a target audience or solving an everyday problem. A question pertaining to a target audience or solving an everyday problem. Right? Here's another live example for weight loss. Hey, my name is Ray. Do you ever wonder how to stop nighttime sugar cravings? Well, stick around and I'm gonna share some tips on how you can do just that. I'll say it a little bit slower for those who are taking meticulous notes. Hi, my name is Ray. Hi, my name is blank. Do you want to stop blank? Right? Whether you're trading, do you want to stop blowing your trading account? Do you want to stop guessing in trade? Do you want to stop feeling uncomfortable when you're trading? Do you want to stop losing money? Do you want to stop whatever it is? Do you want to stop? Right? Well, stick around and I'm going to show you how, I'm going to share some tips on how you could do just that. Well, stick around and I'm going to show you some tips on how you could do just that. Right? Do you want to learn how to style hair? Do you want to learn how to, again, you guys have, this is basic stuff, guys. Again, hopefully you're getting great value out of this. Number 3 is your content now. You're going to fulfill the promise. Fulfill your promise. Fulfill your promise. Give those tips. It could be from your self-experience, like we said. It could be from a book. It could even be from Google. It does not matter. You do not need to be the professional about it. Just spend a little bit of time, do your research, and be sure of, again, if you're using outside sources, it actually makes you more credible that you cite your sources where you got it from. You don't have to always come up with the best idea, right? Cite your sources. The reason why we're taught that. It makes you more credible, and that's that trust factor, right? Oh, this person's well-read. Oh, this person, he does his research. I can trust him because he does his research. Because you said, okay, this person has a process. They're doing the active research, so that's how you're going to build that know, like, and trust. All you have to say again, this new book I'm reading, or whatever it is, you know, I was just at the IM3 convention, and here's some notes that I read. We could go on from there. It's not my writing, so I just look at that. But anyways. Number 4 is our call to action. What do you want them to do? Which action would you like people to take? Most will invite them to connect you with on a deeper level, like follow, subscribe, share with your loved ones, an email subscription. But every now and then, you know, then you're going to want to pitch your business. But most of them is just to connect with you on a deeper level. How you could build more, how you could get to know me better, how you can know more information, how you can get access to what I'm talking about, because I'm giving a lot of value in my posts. Follow, subscribe, like, share, right? That's your call to action. Get them people to kind of do that. And then you're getting 10% of the time, here's your link, here's your business, right? After an inspirational video, so here's another example. By the way, many of you are on here, and I love it that you appreciate my inspiration. I hope that it motivates you. And by the way, you might not know this, but I have an at-home business where I'm consistently looking for sharp individuals that are hungry to make more money on a part-time basis. Yeah, on a part-time basis. If that sounds like you, feel free to reach out to me. and I'll be happy to chat with you. Just so you know, it might not be a good fit for you, and you might not be open to it. And if not, that's totally cool. Keep enjoying the inspiration that I'm giving because I'm providing value. It's cool, guys. I'll talk to you later. Signing out. Very simple, right? Very simple, very simple. You're just gonna say again, you give your inspiration, you give your value, and then again, I'll repeat this for those who are taking those notes. You know, those are the money makers. By the way, many of you on here, I know you guys love the value I'm giving. I know you guys love this value. I'm happy that you guys got it. And you know, you might not know this, but I do have an at-home business. This is like your 10% pitch. I do have an at-home business, right? Where I'm consistently looking for sharp individuals that are hungry to make more money from home on a one-on-one basis and very part-time basis. If that sounds like you, feel free to reach out to me. If that sounds like you, like I do this and I help people by doing X, Y, or Z. If that sounds like you, feel free to reach out to me and we can have a real conversation. You can get to know me better. You can start to, again, get to know me better. And feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to chat with you. Just so you know, it might not be a good fit. Again, you always want to give them that way out. So again, people could feel like they're in control, right? You want people to feel like they're in control. Yes, give them that way out so that they can feel like they're in control. So you get when people get into it, then you're still giving value, you're still filling up their cup. If they don't make that move, maybe their cup's not filled yet, that's fine, but you want to continue. You just don't want to do anything to ruin that, to stop pouring in. You don't want them to say, okay, I'm going to stop doing this because this person tried to force me into something that my cup's not even full yet. Come on, I just want my cup to be full, but you're trying to, all right, let me see if I can get it from somewhere else, right? Don't do that. Give them a way out and they will do that because again, you only do this 10% of the time, so they might not catch it this time. But like we said, there's a reason why as you're giving more value and the next time you do that 10%, you're going to get more is because the person that missed out the first time, not the second time, not passing them. Yeah, man, like I already. And then as you give more value, more people are realizing, okay, my cup is full, and you're filling out more cups now, right? And here's how you're going to go ahead and find topics to do these live videos. It's very simple. Just get immersed in your topic. All you have to do is just Google just anything, literally Google anything, do the little research, and you can do a quick live video on it. Here's what I learned. Here's what I researched, right? You got to know how to do your research. Here's what I did, and here's what I found. Just share it with me. All right? 15 minutes of research a day is all you really need to have a huge impact. Just 15 minutes of research a day. If you have 15 minutes, because again, you already committed that, you know, your business is worth it and social media is worth it. If you need to do that research in that day, do your research, right? 15 minutes, just go live. And this is what I learned, guys. Hi, my name is Matthew Hall. You know, like, you know, you're going to come in and do the whole thing that we just talked about, right? Provide the value and then share the information. You know, you're going to ask the question, provide the value after that, and then you're going to go on to the next steps, right? So curiosity. Curiosity is next. Curiosity is what you want to be. Allow people to want more. You have to make them want it. Yes, you have to make them want it. All right? What's new? What's different? What's amazing? What's weird? What's odd? What's useful? What's exciting? What's surprising? What's strange? Are there any secrets? These are all different things, again, that people are curious about, that people want to know more, that people are going to be intrigued about, that you can provide value on. Again, what's new? What's different? What's odd? What's amazing? What's weird? What's useful? What's exciting? What's surprising? What's strange? What's secrets? Right? Like literally, you could talk about, you know, anything, like how, what's his name? Shout out Bryce Thompson, how Bryce Thompson just gave out some chairman jackets. That's something for a live post. That's a topic. What does it mean? What is that? What does it mean? We need to show the jacket or not? You have to show the jacket. You can literally just talk about anything. Literally here, guys. Could be, you know, a problem or a story, anything that you could just kind of share to pique curiosity. Do short videos that show part of the process, right? Do short videos that show part of the process. The goal is not to show everything, but give them a bite size enough for a temporary fill. Do short videos that show part of the process. The goal is not to show everything, but to give them a bite size enough for a temporary fill. All right. Short videos, guys. Short videos. Next, repurpose content. Okay, repurpose content. If you created it, it's yours. If you created it, it's yours. Right? If you created it, it's yours. If it was ever popular in the past, recycle it. That means if it's popular, it might be an evergreen, meaning that it will always be popular. Just don't use it too often. But this is something now that's going to give you more ideas and more resources and things like that. If you know that did well, find a way how to use that image, remove the background or something or whatever it is, and you can use that again all over again. Whether you're doing like a collage or a montage or anything like that, right? The best personality for you is, guess what? It's you. It's the one you already have. It's genuine, it's authentic. People love to see the journey, right? People love to see the journey. So that's why you have to commit to being consistent so that you could document that journey and document what's going on, right? Don't overpromise. Don't fraud. Show what you want to attract, project it, and make it authentic. Make it real. Because real people in real settings, talking to their phone works best for these live videos. Because people want to know that it's real. Don't worry about who's going to watch it, who's going. Just put it out there, give the value. You're not expecting anything. Remember that. And this one thing as well too. Yes, you could be a personality. Yes, you could be entertaining. But let me tell you one thing. Teaching trumps personality. I'm not going to use that as a verb again. But teaching will overcome personality. Teaching will overshadow personality. All right? Teaching will overshadow personality. And teaching is easier to do than to be a stand-up personality, because let's be real, not everybody has it. Most people don't want to be forced outside their comfort zone anyways. But even a shy person could teach. You don't have to be a personality. You can say, hey, this is what I learned, X, Y, Z. Finish. Through the value and teaching, people will learn. And information will outshine entertainment when you are building value. Information will outshine entertainment when building value. Information will outshine entertainment when building value. But if you could incorporate both, that's even better. But don't just be about the entertainment, right? Provide information, provide value, right? People will see you into your life, so let them in, right? People will want to see into your life, so let them in. Let them see what you're doing. Don't try to impress, but just show up. Just show up and provide value. You don't need to impress anybody. You don't need to impress anybody because, again, we want this to feel like anyone could do it. Just show up. Just show up. You got June 1st coming on. Hopefully, we're making this decision together that, again, we're just going to show up. Let's just show up. All right? So now we're going to talk about reaching out and connecting. So that was all about the marketing side of it, how you're going to, again, passively attract people to reach out to you passively, but here's also what you're going to do through connecting, because we also have to do both, right? The best will do both. The best will both connect and reach out. Sorry, the most of us could connect and provide the marketing side so that people will reach out to you. All right? You must connect with people every single day, at least every other day at minimum. Connecting, all it means is making a friend without any ulterior motives, other than to make a friend and build a network, right? Be social, like, comment on people's other posts, and as well too, make sure you try to set a goal in mind, right? So it could be measured. So let's say you're making 5, or they say here 10 connections a day, but again, work up to it. If you can't get there, work up to it. But have that in mind that this is what I want to do. And as you're being more consistent, you're going to start holding your head up, you're going to start rolling over, you're going to start sitting up and creeping and soon walk, and then start running and sprinting. Soon you'll be connecting with way more people on a way more consistent basis. But again, you want to have that direction in mind and just start, take action. Don't wait for motivation to do it. Be inspired by the days when you said you were going to quit, but you showed up anyways. After that, when you're inspired again, when you're motivated, you're going to be on fire because you didn't stop them time, then you learned and you could share your experience, right? Reach out to connect. This is a general way to grow your network. And those who know, your network is your what? Your network is your what? Your network is your what? There we go, network. Your network is your network, right? So it's just about, they always say, again, we're talking in the words of network marketing here, but think about this, guys. If you were to say, again, it's not who you know, sorry, it's not what you know, but who you know when getting a job. Is that not still your network? Let's be real, right? We all have some good connections. Someone put in a word for me for a job. Walk on the day and feeling nice because you have that connection, or so you knew somebody who knew somebody, and through the laws of separation, we're really only 6 people away from, or 6 degrees away from anybody in the world, right? So continue to build your network. You will be surprised who knows who as you get to know them better, as you get to, find what similarities you have, right? You'd be surprised, right? You'd definitely be surprised. All right, so we're talking about, so sorry, just one more note on marketing. You're adding value and building connections and relationships, drawing people into your world, right? Adding value builds connections and relationships and draws people into your world. Adding value builds connections and relationships and draws people into your world. All right. And we're going to get into finishing on prospecting and recruiting, right? So it's reaching out to people online or offline. It's literally the same thing. It's intentionally starting a conversation. So you might ask yourself, what do I even say? What do I say? Right? These must be your own words, or it's going to sound spammy. It's going to sound kind of fake. It's going to sound weird, right? It cannot be too polished or anything else like that. Like, don't make it be a no-no. Literally, here's what you're going to do. Find common interests, right? Find common interests. Literally, this is how you're going to connect. Find common interests, right? 1, find common interests. How many days do you like doing? Okay, what do you like doing, right? Someone says playing basketball or reading books. How often do you get to do it? Do you ever take work to kind of just do it then, or anything else like that? Do you ever spend some time? What if you could, right? Find ways how you could kind of do that, right? Interact before reaching out, right? Especially if you're online. Give them a compliment if you're in person, right? Like, comment, and give value. Don't just like and comment, just say, that's a great thing, or ask a question. Ways where you can kind of get in and give that value, right? Find someone who you know who is around target audiences, right? Find someone who you know that is around target audiences. So let's say here, for example, right? If your target audience are mothers, you might know somebody who's in the school system, right? You might know somebody who's part of like a PTA. You might know somebody like that, and you could use that to form that common interest, build the connection, and then that's the whole reservoir that you could tap into, right? Go ahead and kind of ask those questions and make sure you know, again, more about the person. The more you know is the more kind of ammunition you could have to build that rapport. Figure out your target audience figure out from your target audience who exactly would be the best fit from your business, right? Because yes, they might be a target audience. If your target audience is mothers, you might not resonate with all mothers. You might not want to work with all mothers. You don't want to work with the specific pairs, right? So when you figure it out, it's going to give you that better fit for your business, which will literally help you in the long run, right? So here's a step on making first contact, right? Making first contact when you're on social media, right? If you're ready to make first contact, go ahead and type in first contact. You don't have to type in first with the F. You could put in the 1 ST. Making first contact. Start with A and their name. Address that you are speaking directly to them, and this is not a mass message. So start off by saying, hey, and their name. Not hey king, not hey queen, not hey. Say their name. Again, say their name. And then come out with an enticing first sentence, the reason why you even sent out the message. Then a connection point. End with a question, but still here, no links, right? So here again, we're going to type into the enticing first sentence, right? The enticing first sentence will be the main thing that will determine if the message will be read. Anything generic will be assumed as a mass message, and we know what happens to those. So here's one. Hey, Chris, I almost didn't reach out to you, then I decided why not? I just didn't want you to think this was a spammy message. So after, hey, Chris, I almost didn't reach out to you, then I decided, hey, why not? I just didn't want you to think this was a spammy message. That's that attractive first line that's going to get them to kind of read it more. Here, guys, important. No emojis, no exclamations. They make things less personal. Be professional and take your business seriously so people can take it seriously. Take your business seriously so people can take it seriously. Here are 4 questions that's going to help you build rapport. 4 questions that will help you build rapport. 4 questions. Number 1. Sorry, no, this is not number 1, but here's a note on it. Be human, just don't rapid fire or interrogate them. Be casual, go with the flow, make sure it's natural, right? Just don't rapid fire, just don't interrogate them, make sure it's natural. What do you do? How long have you been doing it for? Well, you must love it, huh? Have you ever considered doing anything else? What do you do? How long have you been doing it for? Well, you must love it, huh? Have you ever considered doing anything else? What do you do? How long have you been doing it for? You must love it, huh? How long have you ever considered doing anything else? Building rapport and guiding the conversation. If they're open to hearing the next, and if they're open to hearing more, then guide them towards the next steps, right? Here's how you can find people where you can connect like this. Find groups who have the same problem that you have the solution to, and connect before you present your solution. Connect by relating to their struggle. Ask why what they tried before isn't working. Find an opening. Be sure to find out their history. Saying someone, no, I'm listening, they're telling you, and say, based off what you shared, I think X, Y, and Z. But always give them a way out. Don't be too pushy, don't be too hard, because they're coming from a situation where they're not comfortable. So again, you have to keep that in consideration and be careful, right? Don't push too hard. Always give a way out. But here's one thing, a great topic I love teaching on: the power of posture. The power of posture. Believe in what you have regardless of the external circumstances, right? The power of posture is a belief in what you have regardless of external acceptance or approval. That's what you need to have in your business. Belief in what you have regardless of external acceptance, if you're accepted, or if you're approved by the masses. Right? Belief in what you're doing. Don't crumble. Don't get defensive if people don't. Again, that's where here your posture comes in. Your belief will show that. If you're getting upset, it means, again, you don't have that posture. Don't get upset. If they don't see it, that's fine. Because again, people try to put me onto other things before I got wise to it. But we all come from the same thing. Don't be upset. It's nothing to do with you. That's fine. You're coming with the posture. You believe in it. That's good. Continue. Right? Agree and take it away. That's all you have to do. Agree and take it away. Agree and take it away. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, yeah, I agree. It's not for everybody. That's fine. Well, I hope you like my post, or I hope you continue whatever it is. We connect later on, or whatever it is. Agree and take it away. Do not get upset, guys. Just agree and take it away. If you're listening and they're not open, don't be upset. Agree and take it away. That's fine. They're still watching you. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Here's how you're going to stay out of jail. Here's how you're going to stay out of jail. Because if you spam, you will be put in jail. So a way how to do that is to split time. This is why we say to use 2 platforms, right? 3 max. So when you're starting off, but split your time between there so you stay out of jail. All right. Here's one thing called reactive prospecting. Anybody who comments on your photo or likes it, your photo or live, are prospects. Reach out to them, connect with them on a deeper level. Hey, I saw your like or comment. I really appreciate it. And by the way, you may or may not know this, but I have a business where I'm constantly looking for cool people to work with. I don't know if I'm barking up the wrong tree. I don't know if you'd be open to it in any way, shape, or form, but if you are, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. And it may or may not be a good fit for you. I have no idea. Right? Maybe I need to say it again. I saw your like/comment, and I really appreciate it. And by the way, you may or may not know this, but I have a business where I'm constantly looking for cool people to work with. And I don't know if I'm barking up the wrong tree, right? Here's that way out. I don't know if you're that person or not. I don't know if you'd be open to it in any way, shape, or form, but if you are, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. And it may or may not be a good fit. I have no idea. That's why you need to look, because I don't know if it's a good fit. You tell me. How will you know? Right? And if you're not open to it, that's cool. I agree. That's fine. You're watching your post. Continue. Continue. And your goal here is not to sell. Your goal is to connect. Right? Your goal is to connect. But this is reactive prospecting. Right? Closing does not mean being pushy. Right? Closing people does not mean being pushy. All you're doing here is helping people make a decision. Because some will say yes, some will say no. Right? There's this popular saying that for marketing, and that's not it. Just don't complicate it here. That's all it is here. Some will say yes, some will say no. Don't complicate it. It's not a so what. Just don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. If it's a no, that's fine. Sometimes no's turns to yes. A lot of times we do. As you be more consistent, right? Your cup's not full yet. So just continue to give value. If they're following you, they're getting value. Right? They're still following. And if they're not, that's fine. You're being very specific about your target audience. Right? Just help people make a decision. Do not force anything. All right, we're going to get to the next topic, mindset. Mindset. Don't doubt yourself. Be happy, be excited, look forward and think, and say what you want. Right? Don't doubt yourself, be happy, be excited, look forward and think, and say what it is that you want. When you fear anything, it will affect your body language, and people will pick up on it. Right? Don't worry, and it won't come up. Worry, and you'll get all your objections that you're worrying about. Because you cultivated it, right? Don't fear, be happy. For the ones who will make that decision, they'll love it and they will change their lives like countless others, right? That's why I never fear reaching out to people, because those who will make that decision, they will change their life if they truly learn the skill. Right? They will truly change their life. That's what IMFU is all about. We've seen how a lot of millennials, people under the age of 30 are doing it, right? This is all about the millennials, how young people, literally, let's say under the age of 30, there was a lot of millionaires that are under the age of 25. Not an athlete, not a rapper. You tell me where else. All right, so I got a few words for you guys here now. Move, close, forward. All right, move, close, forward. Move, close, forward. All right. So what you're going to do, you're going to be moving them to setting up a time and a place. Moving them to set up a time and a place. Do they need a time and a place after that if they are interested? Where we talked about how to react if they're not interested, but if they are, set a time and a place. Get the number, but ensure that you won't be spamming their phone. Or here's my number and set up an appointment as quick as possible, but you have to strike while the iron is hot. Because if you send info without following up for an appointment, it might as well be you never did anything. Right? You might as well be you did anything. So make sure that when you send the info, you're also sending when you're going to follow up. Right? When you send the info, send when you're going to follow up, whether it's a video, or a live session, say I'm gonna plug you into this live session at 8 p.m. every night, Sniper Nation intro, or I'm gonna plug you into this. When am I gonna hear from you again? Let me know. Am I gonna hear from you the next day, right after? Again, we're trying to strike on the irons hot, but be realistic and see when it is. Again, the last resort is to just send them the information if you don't hear from them. But you want to confirm a time and a date, right? That's how you're going to move the close forward. Then following up, how do we follow up? What did you like best? Or what stood out the most? You're going to ask a simple question. I always ask people, like, again, in my follow-up, I'll say, okay, here's the video, here's the information. This is when I'm going to contact you. This is when I'm going to contact you, and this is what I'm going to ask, right? What did you like the best, and what stood out to you the most? Or what stood out to you the most, right? And when they say that, what you're doing, they're exposing you your point of attack. They're exposing you what to focus on. Because a lot of times, especially if you know people, you would think that, okay, this will be perfect for this person, but they told you what they're interested in, and they're talking about something else. You don't go chopping down a tree by chopping down, up, and you have to chop that same spot over and over and over until the tree falls, right? So it's the same thing here. So you ask them and they tell you, okay, I like this, right? Then you would say, how would you feel having that product benefit you? How would you feel, right, if that product benefits you? Whether it's like, how would you feel if you could benefit on the rise and fall of Bitcoin? How would you feel if you could get push notifications and yes, you're investing in Bitcoin, you're building your portfolio, but you could catch signals? How would you feel if you could make money in minutes? How could that impact your life? How could you pre-frame and kind of get them into that mindset that this is what they need? How would you feel if you could do that? What would change for you? What would life be like? Right? These are questions that you can ask. You got to get them to start seeing it in their minds already. Right? How do you see yourself building the business if they say they're a person too, or if they say that's what they want to do? How do you see yourself doing it? And they'll tell you, oh, I have a bunch of family, or I'm in a community, I'm around a lot of investors, or I'm popular, I'm a promoter. Whatever the case is, it doesn't matter, but they will tell you how they can envision it. And that's powerful because you're going to use that, right? They're giving you the ammunition, guys, right? And then what you're going to do, you're going to reassure whatever they say. Sure, you can do that. We actually teach that. Sure, you can do that. We actually teach that. I'm interested in Bitcoin. I'm interested in that. Yes, we actually teach that. Yeah, and yes, you already said that. Yes, they just watched the video, but you're going to reassure. You're getting their heads nodding. And they say that's a little thing that people still see as well too. Like as you start to get people to say yes, yes, the yeses will start to continue. So you're getting them to say yes, you like what you saw. Yes, how do you see yourself doing that? Then you're going to reassure them that yes, we do teach that as well too. So you're kind of cycling and chopping at the same part of the tree at the same time. They say, I like that Bitcoin thing. How would you benefit yourself if you could benefit off Bitcoin? If you could get a portfolio and you could benefit on the rise and falls, how would that change life for you? Oh, I can make a lot of money. Perfect. We actually teach that. Like, yeah, I saw in the video, but yes, we actually teach that, and you're getting them to say, yeah, right. And then all you're gonna say is, to me, you're not trying to be pushy. You're just trying to help them make a decision. So it sounds like to me you're ready to get started. Right? If they said that this could benefit you, and they said that, again, we actually teach this, and they already said they were open, it sounds like you're ready to get started. It sounds like you're ready to get started, right? It sounds like you're ready to join me. It sounds like you're ready to do this. And then what are you going to do next? Don't say a word. Think to yourself, the next person who speaks loses. The person is deciding. Allow them to do this by not speaking. Again, you're helping people make decisions. Allow them to do this by not speaking. Do you have to get people on the phone? No, you don't have to get people on the phone to do this, but it is recommended. The quicker, the better. And voice notes are often better than text. Lead with the product rather than the opportunity. Because most people, let's be real, we said it, most people aren't go-getters. If you're around go-getters, consider yourself blessed. That's why I love the Money Club, right? Consider yourself blessed because it's far and few between that energy. A lot of people are complacent and happy, right? If you're around go-getters, consider yourself blessed. But we all love a good product and service that solves a problem. to know when to get in, to know when to get out, to know how to take a trade, to know how to set up your online store, to know how to do this. We all love this product and how we could capitalize, right? Very few people get that opportunity on the building side. But again, if you're interested in that, that's great as well too. Don't get me wrong, right? But then what you're gonna do is add the reality that most don't have the mix of making money with it. That's the thing, right? Most people have a service, but again, if you're in our family, you know that most people don't have this service. We're in the business of making money, right? Our product isn't like a shampoo that's good for your hair or like some face wash or, you know, energy drink, or this is something that's going to allow you to learn a skill that could retire your family, that could get you out of debt, that could buy you a new car, get you a new house, that could get you a new business, that could get you anything that you want, travel the world. That's what we do. Again, we provide, our product is making money, right? That's the benefit of this. All right, guys, if you're catching some value, go ahead and type value in the chats. No, it's been a long training, but again, this is super value. If you're getting some value, type some value in the chats. If you're getting some value, type some value in the chats. We're about to get to the next topic. What to do if you've been ghosted? What to do if you've been ghosted? What do you do if you've been ghosted? First thing, ask yourself, why would they not respond? Either two reasons: they're busy or they don't want to join. And it's easier to ghost people than to kind of, you know, just say no sometimes. So again, it's either they're busy or they don't want to join. So don't spam or just say, you know, I'm just checking in. Don't make a big deal out of it, or it'll become one, right? Don't just do that, right? Don't make a big deal if you're being ghosted, or it'll become them. They're either busy or they're not interested. That's fine. But what you're gonna do when you're ghosted, use FOMO. Use FOMO. For those who don't know what that means, fear of missing out. It's the most powerful tool, right? It's the most powerful tool. Fear of missing out. That's how they go to a lot of people and say, bro, like there's this next Bitcoin coming out. It's called Shiba. There's this next coin coming out, Dogecoin. There's this next coin coming out. It's called Elon Grand, I believe, or some, like, again, there's a lot of these coins that literally is like the fear of missing out. But again, that's where the knowledge comes in, right? But sadly, again, those people, the reason why people are taking massive action is because they realize there's a transfer of generational wealth, unlike anything else we've witnessed in history. Unlike anything else. But people are trying to quickly just get in, drop in. But the thing is behind that, again, you're going to need a lot more to effectively do this, right? But fear of missing out is the most powerful tool. And when dealing with someone busy, the best way to connect with a busy person is to say that you're busy too. Don't come across as desperate or needy, because busy makes you more attractive. So when you come across a busy person, say you're busy too. Don't come across as desperate or needy, because busy makes you more attractive. Once a week, follow up with those who have not responded in days with us. I'm sorry, I've been so busy with new prospects and customers that I've totally dropped the ball on following up with you to see how you were. How are you doing? How are you? Sounds very personable, very personable. And it works like on a psychological level, because busy attracts. Because that person who's busy, they like that someone else is busy, because they know that, yeah, I'm busy, I'm a money maker, right? They know that somebody else is busy, right? Because busy attracts. That they might say, okay, that person's busy, what am I actually missing out on? Right? What am I actually missing out on? I ghosted them and I was busy too, but they just said, oh, I'm sorry, even though they never actually replied to you yet, you're still gonna follow back with them and say, you know, I was so busy, I'm sorry, you know, I never got to actually really follow up with you. You just ghosted me, but that's fine, but I never got to really follow up with you. I've been busy. Don't worry about you, I've been busy. I've just been so busy, I've been helping all these people. And you don't want to make it sound like, again, I've just been helping all these people. You could say, you know, I've been helping people get started. I've been, you know, really focusing on the charts or learning the skill. You don't want to say, you know, I've been helping all these people make all this money and all. I mean, if you have the social proof for it, that's great, that's amazing. But just that sounds pretty spammy, right? Like that comment oh, DM this person, they helped me with a withdrawal of 10K and Bitcoin miner and FRX bot and XYZ, and that's not what you want to be here. We know this, right? We know this. So I'll say that one more time for those who want to follow it verbatim. I'm sorry, I've been so busy with new prospects. I'm sorry, I've been so busy with new prospects and customers. Again, but you could put anything in there. I've been busy on the chart. I've been busy building business. I've been busy, whatever it is. I've been so busy that I totally dropped the ball on following up with you to see how you were. That I totally dropped the ball on following up with you to see how you were. That I totally dropped the ball on following up with you to see how you were. How are you doing? How are you doing? Right? How are you doing? How long to follow up? Sorry, before I said that. This works on a physiological level, busy attracts, because people want to find out what they're missing out on. Don't spam, be original when you're doing this, and never, ever just check in. Just checking in, I'm waiting until you pay me. Just checking in, just waiting until you, don't just check in, make it know, like, and trust. If they're not ready yet, build up more of that, build up more of that, build up more, because what's going to happen when they are ready, they're going to come with more numbers because you already built up that rapport and they say, yo, this guy already built up a lot of authority with me, you already built up whatever it is, you need to follow it. Great value. I recommend it. 5 stars. That's what I'm going to do that business, right? So just don't say, I'm just checking in. Nah, fam. How long to follow up? How long to follow up? You know, shout out to Amanda. She did a super job putting together a training a few months ago on, you know, the skills, what you need to build the business, right? And I talked about how to follow up because, you know, I pride myself as the follow-up kid because I follow up with people. Why? Because they say the money's in the follow-up. So if you remember from that call, how long do I follow up? How long do I follow up with somebody? Right? They say here too. How long do I follow up with someone? Any answers? Give it a few seconds, see where we are on Zoom. Real one. Real one. Mentee out there. Tay, shout out. Follow up until they sign up. Literally, follow up until they sign up. Right? Follow up until they sign up. I'm just going to continue to follow up with you. The reason why? Because again, you're busy, I'm busy, I get it. You know, you're busy, whatever it is, but we're building up know, like, and trust. Why do we have a best friend? Why do we have friends? Why are we being social? We're getting to know people on a deeper level. And the more you interact with them. And yes, you're following up, but again, continue to do so. Don't stop. Pour more into that cup, right? Do it correctly. Here are 2 ways how you're going to follow up. 2 ways how you're going to follow up. 2 ways. All right, guys, 2 ways to follow up. 2 ways to follow up. Boy, y'all gonna be ready. You know, we're equipping you with everything you need. 2 ways to follow up. 1 is the update. Updates on your company or on your team. What new updates? Again, this is not a post, right? This is how you're gonna follow up with someone. Here's an update. You know, we just expanded into the UK. We just expanded into the Bahamas. We just expanded XYZ. Who do you know there? Right? Who do you know? Because that might say, this person is actually doing great work. Because you told me about it months ago and now you're expanding. Whoa, what did I miss out on? Right? An update, a company update. What's happening on your team? Oh, we have a new product. Shout out to Tasia because she got her business out here game. And you know, I was telling you about the business and literally that was an update about the company. We have a new product. E-commerce is coming out. You know, we're gonna know how to build your business and get an online presence and build your store. And it's been a vibe ever since. Right, but it's about updates, right? Update what's happening, what's new. There's a new convention. There's SummerSlam in Dallas, in Texas. Who do you know in Texas? That could be a follow-up that you can follow up with people this week, right? We're having an event. You know, we just had an event in Miami last weekend, or this weekend that just passed, 2-day event. There's an event in Texas in August. Who do you know? Who do you know in Texas? Do you know anybody in Texas? It's just a conversation starter, a way to follow up, a way to build that know, like, and trust because they see that you're working. Number 2, the next way how to follow up is deflection, right? Deflection, asking for a referral. So we just did a little bit of both. Again, you could do both here. Same thing here. Deflection, ask for referral. Who do you know in this space? Who do you know that could use this? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And a lot of times, no one is literally gonna say, I know this person. I know this person. Majority of the time, and even the book said it, all the time that they've done it, they always say, I don't know anybody. But what happens is a few weeks later, it doesn't matter when, because you're building up that know, like, and trust factor, someone told me that you're that guy. Somebody told me that you're that girl. Somebody told me that you're him. Somebody told me that you're her. Somebody told me, right? And when I mean somebody, I mean they're going to insert that name. So that's why you have to overtly ask and be, you're already building up know, like, and trust. So don't really worry about that too much. Go ahead and ask for it. Here's another example. And I kind of just said that same thing, but I'll read it word for word. Hey, I thought of you recently. Hey, I thought of you recently. Hey, I thought of you recently because our company is expanding into Great Britain. And the company is growing in leaps and bounds. And it's kind of crazy right now. And listen, I don't know if this is a great fit for you or anything at all, but do you know anyone that may want to make some extra money and may live in Great Britain? That way you could update them that your company is expanding, your business is expanding, and you could also do the deflection within that same thing, right? You could also deflect and you could also put it in. So it combines the both. And do not give up on people. They will come back to you at their own timetable. And only disqualify people when you can't follow up with them if they're overtly and overly disrespectful and nasty, because you don't want any of that energy to begin with. Because what that's going to do, that's going to pre-frame your next engagements and your next connections, right? But we want to be like a duck in this. When the duck goes on, when the water goes down the duck's back, it just speeds up and falls off, right? Water on the duck's back. That's what it's got to be, right? Don't engage with it too much. So next, here is one of my favorite. And I did this even before this training, so I'm actually super happy for it. But this is warm market on prospecting on social media. So that's how you're going to build trust, know, like, and trust with people you don't know. But how you talk to people who you know, who you do know already, who's warm for you. Well, I'm going to need another one. Just got it. Warm market prospecting on social media. 1, be yourself. Reach out simply. Oh, it's been a long time. Wait for their response after that, right? Why you're waiting for the response is because they might not even be active anymore, right? They might not be on Facebook anymore. They might not be on IG anymore. You want to know if people are active, right? So you're putting the ball in their court by doing this. Just simply reach out. It's been a long time, wait for the response. And say you did not reach out now. We're not here, Ken. Say you did not reach out to chit chat. I would love to catch up with you at some point in the future, but then compliment them on why you think that they would be a great fit to this business. So let me say that again. Say you did not reach out to chit chat, because again, if you're literally gonna chit chat, and you get on me, I've done this before when I spent almost 2 hours catching up with people, and it was great, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the conversation, what did I do? Say, I'm doing this new business, and it kind of, oh, so that's why you like, So that, you think you're smart, eh? Yeah, eh? And that's how a lot of people are gonna think silently, right? So be overt, people respect that. I didn't catch up with you chit chat, but I would love to do that at some point, but then you're going to compliment, right? Then you're going to compliment on why you think they would be a great fit. So I did not reach out to you to chit chat, but I remember you having a ton of friends. But I remember you always being a hustler. But I always remember you. Well, what would you put in that box? What would you put in there? I always remember you blank. I always remember you whatever it is, right? That's the reason why you thought of them. That's why you came to mind. That's why you reached out. It's not just to catch up, right? It's like that friend. It's like, yeah. What's this and that? You're asking all these questions. Yo, so what do you need? What do you need, family? Just tell me. Because either I'm going to say yes or no. So just, right? Like, let's be real. So you're doing this, so you're one of the first persons, once you tell them all this, you tell them you're one of the first persons I thought of. You're one of the first persons I thought of because I'm working on a project and would love to share it with you. I am working on a project and I would love to share this with you. I'm working on a project and I would love to share this with you. Would you be open to a side project that would not interfere with what you're currently doing? Right, I'll read that again because it was a bunch of choppy. I had some like the text and the notes, so I'll read it off from the beginning. Hey, it's been a long time. Wait for response. I didn't reach out to you to chit chat, but I would love to catch up with you at some point. I did not reach out with you to chit chat, but I would love to catch up with you at some point. But I remember you being a hustler. I remember you having a ton of friends, but I remember you, whatever it is, but I remember you, whatever it is. So you were the first person I thought of because I'm working on a new project, right? I remember you this, so I thought of you. I remembered you, so I thought of you, right? Remembered you, so I thought of you. And I'm working on a new project and I would love to share it with you. Would you be open to a side project that would not interfere with what you're currently doing? Would you be open to a side project that would not interfere with what you are currently doing? Would you be open to a side project that would not interfere with what you are currently doing? Avoid catching up right away. Like we said, be upfront and you could catch up after. Be upfront and you could catch up after. And here is another topic. And Amanda, she's great for this again. Shout out to her. Building locally on social media. Shout out. Building locally on social media. What that does, it's like a 2-for-1 special because you get a recruit and you're also close by, so you could also tap in with them in person. And if you learn how to do this, you could teach people how to do this, right? You could teach people how to do this. You could teach people how to do the exact same thing, how to connect with people and prospect locally, right? Whether you're putting in your IG search or, a restaurant or a park or, an event, a festival, a landmark, the Rose Theater, CN Tower, I don't know, Molson Indie, or whatever it is. Like, people like to follow these things, and that's how you're right? But they don't know who you are yet. But then that's how you're gonna build it, right? That's how it starts off. You're gonna build locally. It's a 2-for-1. But doing this works best on Facebook and LinkedIn. Doing this works best on Facebook and LinkedIn. Doing this works best with Facebook and LinkedIn. Reach out. Try to connect first, then see if they're open to meet in person and build. Reach out and try to connect first, and then see if they're open to meet in person and build. Right? Use public events, local pages, markets, hobby pages, or fan pages to find your target audience. Find people. You can filter the search. Don't try to recruit, try to make a friend. Don't try to recruit, try to make a friend. No like and trust, y'all. No like and trust. No like and trust. No like and trust. Only meet with those who have saw the info and want to move forward when you're building locally. Especially if you don't know these people, don't just meet up and try to share the information then. Please don't do that. Don't waste your time. If they've seen the information, then you meet up. Then you move forward. Plan and schedule this meeting to do this. Plan and schedule meetings to do them in a group or one-on-one, back-to-back in the same location ideally, right? Because we're all here about maximizing time. So if you want to meet somebody at the Tim Hortons or the Starbucks where things open up, you're going to schedule a little gap, maybe like a 10-15-minute gap, but they're all meeting you at the same place. You meet me here at 3, you meet me here at 3:30, you meet me here at 4:10, you meet me here at 4:50, you meet me here at the same place. So you don't have to go nowhere. And if the person misses you, it's not like you're driving up and down, left, right, and center. You just have to wait for the next person, order a coffee, order something, and just skip that. Right? Don't spend more than 15 to 20 minutes with this person. Again, if they want to talk and know more, just literally just say, just ask them what stood out to you most, what they like, what stood out to you most, and kind of get into that, right? Why you say don't spend more than 15 to 20 minutes? Because you have other appointments. Because you have other appointments, and people respect people who are busy, right? So next, handling the big question, the elephant in the room. Is this network marketing? Be honest, y'all. It is. Tell them the truth. Tell them yes, but follow up with the question. Because they asked that, it sounds like you're wise to it. Sounds like, whatever it is, tell me why you asked. Because everybody has a story. Just listen and try to share the light, right? Try to share the light, but don't spend a lot of time trying to convince. Just listen, right? Just listen, just listen, just listen. Because what you're going to think about here is literally, again, as you're listening, you're going to figure out, okay, what went wrong? Did you feel like you tried your best? Did you feel like you gave it your best effort? Did you feel like you had the support that you need? Did you feel like whatever it is? And then they'll tell you the limiting situations. It's like you're listening to the bag safe when you're listening for a crack so you can open it up. They're going to, I'm going to say bust it wide open for you, but literally they're going to give you what it is you're looking for. They're going to give you the answers. Right? They're going to give you the answers you're looking for. All right? Set goals. Set goals. Right? So setting goals. Daily goals. Remember, consistency is the #1 struggle of building this business. So consistency will win the day. Consistency will build the day. So building consistency is like similar to building muscles, right? The bigger the muscles, then you're gonna have bigger goals and bigger goals. So start off small, right? Start off small, but set your daily goals and hit it. And don't focus on results. Focus on activity. Their activity is your results. Do not focus on results. Focus on activity. Focus on activity, not results. Results will come, but focus on the daily activity, right? Focus on the growth. Create value. Make as many friends as possible. See if they're open to the business next, and if they're not, it's okay. And you have to commit, if this style of network marketing and this style of building the business for social media, commit to 52 weeks, right? Because you might not start off strong right away, but give yourself that time to fill up the people's cups, because you don't know how often they're actually putting their cup out there to get filled, right? So, but they have to know that, of course, if you fill it, you're putting good stuff in there, right? So give it that time. Give it at least 52 weeks. Give it at least 52 weeks, right? And think about this. Strangers become familiar with you, then they become acquaintance, then they become friends. Create the value. And 80% of doing this is literally showing up. 80% of doing this is just showing up for you, right? Showing up for you. Because the more reach, the more they'll remember. The more you reach, the more you remember. The more reach you have is the more they'll remember you, right? Because remember, this is the passive side of it, right? And the passive, it creates impressions and recognitions for the future, right? Just like we all know what those golden arches look like. We all know what those different signs is because we've been ingrained in it passively. We see these commercials all the time. We see it everywhere. So all it is, I remember even driving through the States, anybody who drove through the States, they'll let you know, like you'll see those big M's from the highway and you're like, just follow the M's, right? Down 75 or 95 or whatever highway or interstate you take it, literally, right? So the better you do it and the longer you do it is the better you'll get, right? Let me say that again. Let me say that again. The more you do it, the better you do it, and the better you do it is the more you'll want to do it. It's perpetual. It's perpetual. You're going to perpetuate the energy, or you're going to perpetuate the energy, right? Build value with no expectations. That's how you're going to build trust. With no expectations is how you're going to build trust, because they know that, again, it's not just selling something. If you're pitching every single time, don't get me wrong, you're going to have a call to action every time. Your call to action may be follow for more, subscribe for more, a way to build value with them so that you could become their friend, so that you can, right? But that pitch is not going to be every single time, right? And let's say this again, big concern. Big concern. What if you've done it wrong? You don't have to start over. Just delete any company pictures or products if you have them on your site and keep going. If you've burned through your list, if you've burned through it through other businesses, if you've signed up to whether it's Wake Up Now or Primerica or anything else or whatever it is that you're not proud of, if you are proud of it, that's great. But if you're not proud of it, what you've done before, that's fine. Great tool. What you could do it live and just apologize. Just be humble, be grateful, be accessible, and literally you'll be surprised what happens when you do that. Right? So apologize, you can either do it on a live or a one-on-one message or a phone call. And here's how that apology would go. Hey, I'm sorry. When I got started on my home business, I got super excited that I just vomited my whole company. I just vomited my whole opportunity on you. I just vomited it out. I'm sorry. I was so excited that when I started this business, I just vomited it out on you. And I vomited it out on you, my company and my product all over social media and on you. And many of you that I've reached out to you guys with ineffective or even pushy tactics. And I just want to apologize. I'm reading a new book that has really opened my eyes to exactly how badly I was doing it. And I hope you could forgive me and join me on my journey. And I just wanted to add as much value instead of being salesy. Thank you so much. Say it again. When I got started on my home business, I got so excited that I vomited my company and product all over my social media. And many of you I have reached out to with ineffective or pushy tactics. And I just want to apologize. I'm reading a new book that has really opened my eyes to exactly how badly I was doing. I just hope you could forgive me and join me on my journey. As I just want to add as much value as I can instead of being salesy. Thank you so much. Vulnerability is super powerful. The right people will forgive you. And if they don't forgive you after being very vulnerable, it's fine. Don't go back and repitch. This is not another opportunity for you to do that, right? You want to give yourself maybe a month or so to do that. Don't go back and repitch, but literally just start apologizing and give that value. All right, guys, we're wrapping up here. Give me a few more minutes. You do not have to be a guru. You do not have to be a guru here. You do not have to be the expert. Don't pretend. Be honest and authentic. You do not have to be a guru. Don't pretend. Be honest and authentic. Present yourself exactly who you are. Take people on a journey to the end. Take people on a journey to the end goal and just help them. Be authentic and be honest. Present yourself exactly who you are and take people on a journey to the end goal. Just help them, right? You don't have to be super special. I know we said that kind of earlier because it's not duplicatable. And you want people to think that anybody is capable of doing what you are currently doing or doing what you did, right? Doing what you did. You want people to feel that it's completely duplicatable across the board. All right. So then we're going to get into blogging, right? If you want to do a blog, don't hide behind this prospect. Don't hide behind this. Still prospect and reach out to people. Reach out to connect with people daily, no matter what, and above all else. The connections are everything, especially if you're doing network marketing. The connections are everything. Build an email list for deeper connections. In case you lose access to your accounts. A lot of us have tons of contacts at Instagram, Facebook, but what if you got lost access? What if you got hacked? You always hear hack that 47K, hack that 60K. What if you got hacked? Then what? That's why your email list is super effective, because the email list is yours. If your IG gets hacked or whatever it is and that account's gone, well, right? Build an email list that will allow you to do that, right? Or a phone number list. Just build a list outside of social media as well, too. People will doubt. Sorry, hold on 1 second. People will doubt or be negative. Don't entertain it or don't entertain them. Ignore, do not respond. This did not resonate with you, and don't respond, right? Ignore and don't respond, right? This didn't resonate with them, and you wish them the very best, right? Protect your energy at all costs. When they say don't respond, it doesn't mean you just don't say anything, right? Just be like, yeah, this doesn't resonate with you. I just wish you all the best. keep moving, right? That's fine. That's fine, right? Protect your mental energy, protect your energy at all costs, right? At all costs. Here we go. Giveaways, right? You want to keep them small and sparing. So again, whether you're doing like a Top Shot giveaway or a free trial to, you know, a service or product or whatever the case may be, make sure you keep them small and sparingly, sparse, or sparingly, right? Make sure that whatever you're giving out is duplicatable, right? Make sure that whatever you're giving out is duplicatable. Let me tell you something, guys. Make sure, like I said, what it's doing now is duplicatable. So if someone's saying, okay, I have like $1,000 giveaway and, you know, I help my team grow, what about those people? Now they think that the only way to make it is to give away $1,000. The only way to make it is to do what you did. Make sure it's duplicatable. If you're doing a giveaway, if you're doing something, make sure it's small. Whether it's like, you know, $5 in crypto or, you know, whatever it is, something small so that it's duplicatable, right? And let me tell you this, and I'll say it loud for the ones in the back. Online is not oversaturated. Be you. There is always room for you. Online is not oversaturated. Be you. There is always room for you. Promise you that. Because again, the way how social media is moving, especially in this day and age, we love these connections. We love connecting with people and realizing. So again, social media is only going to evolve and become bigger and stronger. So again, you'd be surprised on how much marketing is now advancing. Think about this. I don't know if you guys saw those new clauses on WhatsApp and how Facebook's always changing and always allowing people to buy and sell more. It's just marketing. It's just marketing. It's just marketing, right? Because people are social online. They're looking at what they like. And if I know what you like, I can also make you an offer. And if I can make you an offer, I can make a sale. So that's literally the whole purpose behind it. Why you're scrolling, you'll see all these ads on Facebook, all these ads on Instagram, X, Y, and Z. They're just looking what people like and trying to help the businesses say, you know what, I can monetize this space because we know what these people like, right? We know what these people like. You could have set up your traffic. You could have set up your business. You could just attract them. But here's how you're going to win it, by following those same steps. So hopefully you took your detailed notes. All right. But let's say this. This is great, right? This is recording on IG Live. This is recording on, you know, Zoom. I'll probably post this on my YouTube channel as well. But social media will not replace events, guys. Social media will not replace events. Social media will not replace events. If there's an event, try to show up. If there's an event that you qualify for, make it. Be there. You will not regret it, right? Marketing is a marathon, guys. Marketing is a marathon. Keep connecting daily and trust the process. Keep connecting daily and trust the process. Keep connecting daily and trust the process. There is no one thing that's going to be there is no one thing. It's going to be the sum total of everything. There is no one thing. It's going to be the sum total of everything. There is no one thing. It's going to be the sum total of everything. So don't abandon social media. Don't think, what's the alternative? Just think 52 weeks. Think until, all right? So you're going to be doing this until it works. You're going to be doing this until people see and respond to you. You're going to be doing this until you get the results that you're looking for in your business. You're going to be doing this until you receive your goals. You're going to be doing this until you get your blessing. You're going to be doing this until you change the world. If you're going to be doing this until you get your results, go ahead and type until in the chat. Go ahead and hashtag until, right? Because you're going to run this marathon until. It's TMC, it's a marathon. But again, we already made the two decisions in the beginning that one, it's worth it, social media, and the business is worth it. So you're going to do this until. All right? Until. Guys, that's the social media training. Hopefully you got some value from it. Hopefully you got some gems, because again, we laid it out for you. It's detailed. All you have to do is apply. All you have to do is apply. All you have to do is literally go forward and plug it in. It was a lengthy training, yes, but now you have everything you need to do it. And you could literally say, like, look at this. And there's a reason why I started my journey, look at me earlier with my growth talk, right? Think about this. I'm already running that marathon. I'm already going ahead of it. If you're seeing me doing these growth talks every day, I'm following the manual, right? Make sure you follow it too. Right. So if you got some value, type some value in the chats. We're wrapping up.